It's time to start thinking about publishing. Whether you're planning on self-publishing because you want the final editorial say and all the profits from book sales, or you landed a literary agent who got you a book deal, you've set your sights on one objective: bestseller. There are countless bestseller lists out there, from the New York Times to the Wall Street Journal to the Amazon bestseller list. In this video, I'm going to give you my #1 publishing tip that gives your book the very best chance of becoming a #1 bestseller. Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Wordsmith Show with me, Joshua Lisec. After having 2 novels published by an independent publishing house, I've helped entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and industry experts write, publish, and market their books. I've ghostwritten multiple international bestsellers. I'm Ohio's first and only certified ghostwriter, a TEDx speaker, and I'm the only ghostwriter on the planet to use writing analytics software to capture and recreate an author's authentic voice. Now that you've met the man behind the t-shirt here, let's talk about this little-known tip for becoming a best-selling author. When I talk to aspiring authors, many of them are surprised to find out that whether or not your book sells thousands of copies, gets hundreds of positive reviews, or makes the bestseller lists has a lot to do with the content itself. No amount of hype and no audience size will guarantee your book becomes a commercial success if your book is just not enticing. I've seen countless book launches flop, despite the fact that the author had a huge mailing list, a wide social following, and a credible expert brand. It's like they assume that because they've launched products and programs successfully before, publishing a book would be easy as pie. Now, it is smart to estimate how much revenue you can expect from your book. Check out my video on how to use the world's first and only book revenue calculator. But revenue projections aside, a book is a different sort of animal. As an entrepreneur, you've taken products or services to market and sold them well. Maybe it was you who sold them, a sales team, an e-commerce store, or a brick-and-mortar retailer. If your book is going to be on Amazon, which it will whether you're independently or traditionally publishing, you have to play Amazon's game to win that coveted bestseller spot. And here's how you're going to do it. You've probably heard of the business principle coined by Ramit Sethi called the failure of the last mile. It's where you do everything right up until your efforts matter most. Many book launches fail to hit the author's goals because they fail at that last mile. So what exactly is the last mile for you as an author? To find out, let's walk through the book buying process that thousands of your readers are going to go through. Imagine this with me. It's your publication date. Your book comes out today. You've got that precious link to your paperback and your ebook, and you're firing it off to your email list. You're posting it all over social media, and you've got major industry players and mainstream media publications all giving you and your book the ultimate shout out. And traffic is pouring into your book's page on Amazon. Now, imagine that you are the ideal reader of your book. You're the person you've had in mind from the very beginning, the person you know needs your book. And here you are, about to add that book to your good old shopping cart. But what do you do first? What does everyone do before they buy a book? You go over to the book cover image and you click Look Inside. And this is that dreaded last mile, where so many authors unintentionally turn their ideal readers away in a split second. You, the potential buyer, start reading the free sample, check out the table of contents, and you're like, I think I've already seen this before in other books. That doesn't look that interesting. Oh, what's this? A funny cat video? And they never go back to your book again. The last mile failed. Your ideal reader was on the hook, and they spit out the bait. Sucks, doesn't it? Fortunately, you're not going to make that mistake because you're going into the book writing and publishing process with a different mindset. Successful entrepreneurs know that if you're not getting your customer excited about your product, the sale opportunity fizzles out. And that's exactly what happens if the free sample from your book doesn't sell the reader on buying it. So apply your entrepreneurial mindset to that free sample. You have a precious few pages to close the sale. Why would you waste it blabbing on and on about why you wrote the book, why you think you're awesome, and why your mom is proud of you? Now, I'm sure she is, but this precious digital real estate is not the place to tell me that. To hook readers so they'll buy your book and make you a bestseller, you're going to craft the opening as if it's a direct response sales page. You're going to write your introduction, your preface, chapter 1, whatever comes first, like it's a sales copy, sales copy for a product that's on your website, because that's exactly what it is. You're going to demonstrate your credibility, show that you have achieved what the reader desires, and their trust is yours. A fantastic example of this is Bushra Azar and her #1 international bestseller, Mass Persuasion Method. The introduction opens with the entertaining story of how she acquired her persuasion street smarts and repurposed them for unbelievable success. Next, you're going to connect the topics of your book to the pain points you know your readers have. Write your table of contents so that each chapter is a milestone on the way to achieving your reader's goal. Or, like Gary Vaynerchuk and his New York Times bestseller, Crush It. Give bullet points of all the things readers will be able to do when they're done with your book. Credibility and connection are just the first 2 pillars of my 6 pillars of influential content. The manuscript model my author clients and I use to build every manuscript masterpiece. So there you have it. You're going to write the first few pages of your book like sales copy to move people to buy. Build your book's opening on the twin pillars of credibility and connection like Bushra and Gary Vee did, and you'll have a book that wins the last mile. If you want more ideas for selling your book and then converting readers into high-ticket clients, check out my video on writing a bestseller. You'll learn the 6 secrets I've used to ghostwrite international bestsellers that have sold tens of thousands of copies. I'll see you over there.